Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to quickly show you how we can insert mathematical equations inside of Microsoft Word. So let's get started. So in order to do that, firstly you will need to enter into the Insert tab of Microsoft Word. And once you get into the Insert tab, you will be able to see a symbols section over here, which consists of equations and symbols. So the symbols are basically all the mathematical symbols that we regularly use, like alpha, beta, gamma, phi, theta, and things like that. So you can use these symbols. But before we make use of symbols, we know that every mathematical equation usually has a structure to it. For example, if we're trying to type square root, or if you're trying to use an integration symbol, these are basically structures of the equation. So before we make use of symbols, we'll need to build the structure. And in order to build that structure, we will go into the equation part of this section. And if we click on the drop down over here, we'll notice that there are a lot of built-in equations that are already available. For example, area of a circle, binomial theorem, Pythagoras theorem, etc. So, but the number of equations that are here are very limited. So you can make use of these if this is what you're looking for. But otherwise, we can build or insert a new equation of our own by coming to this part of it. So in order to create your own equation, you will have to click on insert new equation, and once you do that, there'll be a box that opens up over here. So we can go ahead and type our equation over here inside the box, and what you'll notice is once you click on the insert equation, there will be one more tab which opens up at the top over here which says equation, and inside this equation it consists of again several other subsections. What you will notice over here is that first things first is that there is a Unicode and LaTeX kind of syntax that we can use. So Unicode is usually like the syntax that is used by regular human understandable kind of syntax. LaTeX is a more advanced kind of syntax used for typing out equations, which can be used by research professionals or PhD kind of people. But if you want to kind of type out an equation, you can do that by just typing in this box. For example, if I type A divided by B and click on enter, it starts looking like this. Now let's say I want to type out another equation. I'll not be able to just say I want to delete this and create one more equation. So I'll go back to insert again and go to equations and insert a new equation. So let's say again the box has opened up. For square root, usually the syntax is backslash sqrt and a. So this is how you type out the equation for square root. But many a times what happens is we do not really know the syntax for these equations. So what we can do is we can go to the structure section over here when we don't really know the syntax for bringing out an equation. So when you go to the structure section, you'll see that there are a lot of structures available, like fractions are available, there is a exponential structure available, there is one for radical like square root of, and there is a structure available for integration and also for like large operations like summation and things like that. There are bracket structures and sine and cos trigonometric function structures, and for accent again there is a structure, and you'll also see for limits as well there is a structure, and logarithms if you want you can get the structure here. There's a structure for operators and also for matrices. So what you can do is you can pick out any one of these structures, and then within the structure you can insert the symbols that you're looking to insert. For example, say I want to type in an equation sine theta. So the sine part of the structure has come, and now I have to insert a symbol over here. So to get the symbols, I can basically look for symbols from here. And here there's a drop down next to the symbols, and you'll notice that these are all basic mathematical symbols. So I can pick them from here, like I have alpha, beta, gamma, and if you kind of just hover your mouse over this, it will also give you the name of the symbol in case you're not able to identify it. So let's say I just want to put theta, so I just select theta. And within symbols, you'll also notice that there's a drop down here which says basic math. So these are all basic mathematical symbols. If you're looking specifically for some Greek letter kind of symbols, or geometric symbols or something like that, you can also change these and check out what other symbols are available over here. Like there is lambda and things like that within Greek letters. If you want to go to geometry, you also have since and therefore and symbols like that. So these are the variety of symbols. So you can search over here to get the specific symbol you're looking for. So always build the structure first from this part of the equation section and insert the symbols from this part of it. If you already know the syntax either in Unicode or LaTeX, then you can go ahead and type it. But for those people who don't know it, you can build it from here. And one more thing is that if it is now coming to the center, for if you kind of want to move it to the left, then what you can do is go to justification and click on left. So this whole thing is now moved to the left over here. So that's how you can do that movement as well. And this is basically another kind of structure. Like for example, if you have e to the power of x as the equation that you're typing, and let's say we want it to be of this nature, then let's just say I'm typing e to the power of x. Then when you see the drop down over here, you'll see that this has many formats. E to the power of x can be written like this, or you can write it with the this symbol also. So you can kind of change the appearance of it also from here. But basically this is how you create a new equation from the structure and the symbols. And you can go ahead and suppose there is a specific equation that you use very frequently, then you can go ahead and click on save as new equation, so that you can give it a name and save it. What happens when you save it is basically when you go back to the insert section, it will display over here for you, so that you can make it use of it more frequently. So you can go ahead and save your equation. And apart from this, one last option that you have with equations is, for some reason if you're not able to find the structure or the symbol, what you can do is you can use this option called as ink an equation. What happens over here is you can just scribble the equation, and Word will do a very good job with identifying what you have typed. For example, sine theta. Let's say I was not able to find theta, so I can just type this and click on insert. So it will also go ahead and insert that for me. So I can also scribble it, and you can find ink equation option here also. So I can just take this and type lambda, for example, and it will be able to identify it. So I can insert that as well. So if you're not able to find it, or if it's time consuming to find this, then you can make a use of the ink equation option. So yeah, you can build equations like this. Go ahead and try it and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.